Hello my darlings, how we doing? It's been a while since I've made any content for this channel. Most of my gaming content is actually on Twitch, but I felt the need to weigh in on what's going on at the moment with ARK and put my 2 cents in. I love ASE, ARK Survival Evolved, and I really like ASA. However, if the planets had not aligned when they did 3 years ago, so that I would need the computer that I have today, I would not be able to play ASA. As it is, I've never been able to play with my partner, with Tanny. And if anyone's followed me for any amount of time, they would know that any gaming I do tends to be with my partner. And having that taken away from us has taken a little bit of an enjoyment away from the game. Because we can't always, in life, grab a £3 computer to be able to upgrade just because a game decides that's what we have to do. My original PC, Bertha, was on the way out. She was Tanny's original computer, and I wanted one that would be able to run DaVinci as an editing software, and so I had one built, and that's the only reason that I was able to play ASA. But it was never the same, because I couldn't play it with Tanny. Now I'm a builder more than anything else. I've never played ARK according to the storylines. I've never played, I might have done a couple of big bosses, but normally I'm the one who does the building and Tanny's the one that uses me as bait. You know, that's just the way it goes. As a survival crafting game, I love it. I absolutely love it. I really, really do. But now I'm at a point where I have to decide whether it's really worth my while to continue with it or not. I was gutted when they said that ASE would no longer be supported because of the genuine issues with having to have a certain type of computer to run the new ARK game. I felt it was very short-sighted of the company to say we were no longer going to support this one, and took everything away from people who quite possibly couldn't afford, you know, all the fancy stuff that was required for running ASA, which is why there are so many people still playing ASE. And when the modders left as well, we now have games that you can't even play, say the Docs mod, because it doesn't run properly anymore. And as I said, as someone who doesn't play the game as the game and just kind of farts around a bit on it and has a lot of fun, you know, it is what it is. However, I think there was a lot of short-sightedness with this. Now, I understood that ASA was supposed to be the testing ground for ARK 2. And we were promised a lot of stuff with ASA that was going to come for free with the game. So far, I have an agreement with Tanny that I don't buy mods. Not until he can play, because what's the point? Now he's kind of saying, well, I can't afford a new computer and I won't be able to do it anytime soon, so what's the point in you not having the mods? Like, well, my enjoyment of the game isn't there if you're not playing with me. So what's the point in having the mods on a game that I'm really not enjoying as much, because I don't get to play with the one person that I really enjoy playing games with? It's the bottom line for me. Not gonna lie. The other thing is, in real life, my job, I work with a lot of people who are struggling. Really struggling. People who have to live on 70 quid a week for everything, and I have to teach them how to survive. And I mean survive, because they're not really living. You can't call that living. And anyone who thinks that that is living, that's a different story. The point is, I literally live zombie survival crafting games and dinosaur survival crafting games without the zombies and dinosaurs for my everyday life. And I teach other people how to do that as well. That is what I do. Because people have forgotten how to do it. So I give them the skills so that they can actually survive on what the little that they have. I have clients that played ASE and still do play ASE, because the chances of them ever having a computer that is strong enough to play ASA is slim to none. Slim to none. I have clients who are now crying, who somehow got the computer parts that they needed to upgrade their computers to be able to play this. Pardon me. But are now being told that they're going to have to pay £30, half their weekly income, for a DLC that was never part of the deal for ASA anyway. When we already haven't got half of what we were promised at the beginning. And what happens when ARK 2 comes out? We were promised at the beginning, if we bought ASA, that would be like pre-buying ARK 2. That we wouldn't have to purchase ARK 2 because we would get it for nothing. Are they going to renege on that as well? Now, we have kind of gotten used to the fact that wildcard and snail games tend to do their own thing, and the timelines that they give us is basically ARK time, and that everything comes out at least a month or two later than they tell you. But we're already 18 months in since the release of ASA. And, well, we still haven't got half the content that we were promised. Yet all this effort has gone into things like Bob's Tall Tales and now Lost Colony. And we're still waiting for the original maps. So much so that if you don't pay to play anymore, and it is pay to play, don't get me wrong, with the new DLCs and the new modded maps and all of the things that everybody's expected to buy and buy and buy and buy, and the new animals, which are so OP it's ridiculous. Sure, it's a £5, but for some people that's the difference between eating for half a week and not. And that's just the reality of the situation. Even in our house, our food budget is £100 for the month. And that's for 3 adults. For the month. for 3 adults. You know, I mean, I'm technically unemployable. I'm unemployable because of the injuries that I have. Because I am a danger to myself and to others. I am a false risk because of my back and my hips, and I am unable to work. The only way I can work is to run my own business, and that's the way that I do it. But the point is this: not everyone has stupid amounts of money to plough into a game. And that's what it is. It's a game. A lot of us have lost sight of the fact that this is just a game. And as much as for some people it has saved their lives, given them an escape, and helped them meet people, helped them connect with a community they didn't know existed, ARK is just a game. Will ARK have the longevity of games like Pac-Man? Who knows? Because I played Pac-Man when it first came out. Yep, I did. When it first came out on Atari. I think I was 7 or 8. Yeah. When playing too many video games on Atari made your eyes go squiffy and made curtains and patterns and things move. Ooh. Yeah, that was fun. I can't justify paying 30 quid for a DLC when the whole base game of ARK at the moment you can get on offer for $19.99 on offer. And it's only a map and a few new animals. It's not even like it's got its own storyline or anything like that. It's just a map and a few animals and a bit of a side quest. For those of us who are builders, it's just somewhere else to build on. Will I be doing more content on my YouTube channel? Yes. Because my YouTube channel, as of last week, only had 32 subscribers on it. As of today, 5 days later, there's 110 of you, and I'm not quite sure why. But I will be putting out more content on here. But if you do want to watch my content more regularly, I stream on Twitch Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturdays if Tanny's not working, and he comes to join me from 4 a.m. UTC to 9 a.m. UTC, or UK time, GMT if it's summertime, or BST, I don't know, UK time, whatever the time is in London at 4 a.m. in the morning. Or is it 5 a.m? 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yeah, because that's when I'm awake, and that's when I can do my work, and I can come play games with you guys. So yeah, come join us, Insomniacs and Weirdos, and have brekkie with Blue over on Twitch. I have been discussing whether I can afford to get Streamlabs Premium, so that I can dual stream between here and Twitch. That might take a couple of months. So just bear with me. But yeah, if you do want to see a lot of my content in real time, that's where you'll find me. Okay. The other thing I wanted to address was the fact that Snail Games have brought out are bringing out ARK Aquatica. I'm no video editor. I mean, like, I edit food videos that I make, gardening videos that I make. Pardon me. But even I could have done a better job of that. Of their first trailer, and to be honest, at this point, after everything that everybody's gone through over the last 16 to 18 months with ARK, both ASE and ASA, the whole thought of it is about as welcome as a fart in an elevator. So, you know, that's all I've got to say on that, really. So, yeah, that's what I've got to say about it. Will I be streaming or making videos in ARK going down the line? Probably. I mean, like, I've only, on ASA, I'm still building what I'm trying to create on Centimap still, so I just needed a break from it. So at the moment, you know, I'm playing 7 Days to Die, which has upset some people because they don't like the zombies, but, you know, it's a survival crafting game at the end of the day. So yes, I will be going back to ARK at some point. I will be going back to ASC because I've got both, and I will play both because I enjoy both. And we'll go from there. But right now, will I be buying the mod kit? No. Am I going to buy the DLCs? No. Do I wish Vin Diesel would step up and get all his rich mates together and go and buy ARK? Yes. For the love of God. Go and beat up Snail Games. Go and buy it. Give it back to Wildcard. Tell them what they can do with it. Just say, look, just do what you do best. You know? And step back and let them do it. But is anyone going to do it? Nah. No one will do it. Snail Games won't let it go. You know that. I know that. And in their inevitable way, Snail Games are going to destroy it, like they did every other game that they got behind. Every other one they destroyed. And it looks like they're trying to do that to ARK as well. So I guess that's that. And all we are left with is the remnants of a game that we all loved. Okay, I'm out. And I'll see you guys really soon. Okay. Find a game. Enjoy the game for what it is. But don't break yourself having to pay for stuff, because it's not worth it. In the end, it's just a game. Love you guys heaps. Mwah.